Hello, amazing artists. I'm here because my own children made these. You might recognize these if you're in second grade. These rocket ships that are made from a paper weaving. So this is my son Declan's, and this is my daughter Aubrey's. And I want to show you how you could do this at home. Now, I'm using big construction paper. I happen to have it at home, but you could do this with printer paper and make a smaller weaving. That's totally fine. So I started by just making a horizontal line about 1 inch down from the top of the page. Then I fold it in half and crease it, meet the corners, crease it down like that. And this is going to be our loom. So we're going to be cutting up from the fold, and we're going to stop at that line. And you can make your vertical lines this way by measuring with a ruler about 1 inch apart, half an inch apart. You could even make them wavy or zigzag. It kind of gives a fun effect. It's up to you. There's a really good video on Art with Trista, which is on the eLearning Art website. If you just go to the Art with Trista and search for paper weaving, she does a really good job, but thought I'd just share on here too. And I'm gonna grab a marker. It doesn't even have to be perfect, and if you don't have a ruler, that's okay. I'm just gonna make a couple of lines at the bottom. Of course, a ruler would be better, but just kind of do that. I'm gonna make a large weaving for my first one, and then using a scissors, you're gonna cut. Trying to get this camera, here we go, from the fold, and then you're gonna stop up at that line, okay? Make sure this is the fold so the top opens. If you do it the opposite way, it won't work. So then you're gonna go up. See, I'm not even too worried about the straight lines. And again, you could do zigzag, you could do wavy. And I made the spaceships with my kids, but today they really like doing it. So we're gonna do another one. And they said they want to make it in the shape of an apple. So we're gonna do that. You could make them into shapes of animals, you can glue things, but when you open it up, there's your loom, okay? Now you will need another sheet of paper for your horizontal strips that are gonna go over, under each of these strips in your loom. So you can do that just with like another sheet of, again, printer paper. I happen to have this piece of construction paper that I must have cut for something else. I'm actually gonna fold it to get some straight lines. So I'm gonna fold it in half. I'll fold it in half again. Then I'll fold it in half again. So these are gonna be my strips. Again, I'm going kind of wide with this one. When I open up my page, I have lines where I can cut. So that's kind of nice. You can even fold it so you only have to cut a few times. So I think I'll fold it in half. And then I'll cut my strips like this. All right. Super simple. My last one, I'm just gonna cut on that line. Alrighty. Now, with your loom, now the line, I kind of want on the back because I don't want to see that line. So make sure that's gonna be your back. And then it doesn't matter if you start from the left or if you start from the right. And it doesn't matter if you start over or under. But the pattern is, I'll start over the first, under the second, over, under, over, and then you take your strip and just kind of push it up to the top there. There's my first strip, and at the end, we glue down each of the sides. Now, if you're an older student, like if you're in 5th grade or 4th grade, you might want to do like really skinny strips and really skinny slats, and that way you can make it really detailed. You can get crazy with your patterns. You can use maybe different materials like tin foil. There's lots of things at home you could use. So the second one is probably the hardest for my little guys out there. So instead of starting on top like you did the first time, you're gonna start behind. So you're gonna go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, and then you're gonna take this one and slide it up. And then you're starting to see that pattern. So now another thing my kids did is we alternated colors so we could see the pattern a little bit better. So if you can see here, everyone in this row is orange, and then everyone in this row is red. So it's easier to notice if you made a mistake. But as long as you can see the pattern, it works. So then you just continue that. If you're starting here again, you don't start the same. It's always the opposite. So if this started over, the next one's gonna start under, over, and then you go all the way through, and all the way up. Now when you're done with your whole loom, you can lift up each of the little strips on the side and put a little glue stick or a little drop of glue, or if you don't have that, a staple, just so that your papers stay nice and tight in there, okay? After that, if you wanted to make it into a spaceship, you could use another paper to glue like a dome. You could make it into a placemat and cut out a plate of food and glue it on there, and maybe make a sandwich collage of your favorite sandwich or food. There are so many things you could do. I think you can make it into a fish. So if you put it this way, you could make like a fish tail over here and then a fish head over there. So many things you could do with the paper weaving. Now I know if you don't have the big paper, hey, you just grab printer paper and you can color one of the printer papers, orange, and color the loom printer paper blue before you make your loom and your strips. And then that way it will be a color. So I hope that helped. I miss you all. And we'll be back together before you know it. Keep making art. Keep checking that website that I made because I updated it with a couple of new resources that I found. And just whenever you want to make art and upload it onto your Seesaw account, please do. If you're in kindergarten, first and second grade, hold on to your art, and then you could always bring it into school and show me when we're back together, okay? I miss you, I love you, and I'll see you next time.